We are going to look at how Johnston Sakaja was chased away through stones from Toi Market. I'll talk about what happened recently, but I'll also, after that, I'll go back to history because I grew up there. I grew up there. I grew up at where we have Masaba Hospital, Nairobi Women. Our 4 houses are still there opposite the greenhouse along Gong Road, Kirichwa Road. I'll come to that because we have a history of Toi Primary and why it is even called Toi. This field has been staying idle. It had no owners. Believe it. I know you'll not believe it. But we have very many pieces of land in Nairobi which are not, have no titles, are not registered anything. I remember even once around 1999, a certain person who was a Kisi. Apologies for me using tribal nini, but you see, I can't recall his name, and I'm not doing it in any bad faith. All crooks are everywhere, especially my mother's tribe, Kikuyu. Now, there was this Kisi who had approached me and asked me to go around looking for any plot that was idle. And if I found one, I would tell him, and then he would go to the lands ministry to see if that idle land is registered. Then if it is not registered, I was to get a commission. The work was too much for me. I could not do it. So likewise, Toi Primary, irrespective of it being very near a famous girls' school, it had no title, it had nobody. So when we were growing up, when I was in standard 5, bit of standard 6, as I've said, we used to stay at Adams Arcade, opposite Greenhouse. On one side there is Masaba Hospital, and on the other side there is Morning Star. There are those 4 houses. We used to stay there. Toi area was an open field, and next to Toi Market, not Market, it's now called Toi Market. Yeah, next to Toi Market is Joseph Karanja Field. It's a stadium. Now, when we used to go to play there, we would be told huyu ni mtoi toi, and then watoi waende wacheze huko. So that field was for teenagers and us who are just approaching teenage or under teenage. We used to go kama watoi tulikuwa naenda kucheza hapo kwa hiyo kiwanja. That's why it is called Toi, kiwanja ya watoi. Then we moved out, but around 1980, the same field was since we had a problem. Kibera was expanding fast, and the schools which were near were Kilimani Primary School. But you see, Kilimani Primary School was elitist. They could not allow a kid from Kibera. The next one was Bagadi Road Primary School, where I went, and you see it's a bit far. In Bagadi, most 50% were from Kenyatta Estate and 40% was from Kibera. Sisi wengine ni 10%. So it was and then there was Langata. You can see where Langata Primary is. So the city council then decided to hive off a bit of the Toi field and start Toi Primary around 80s, beginning of 80s. That is why there is Toi Primary School. I wanted to talk about somebody there, but I'll talk later. So the school continued. It continued that way, and then there was that field. And you see, as Kibra was expanding population-wise, They wanted to open up a market similar to Gikomba open air market. There was no kiosk or nothing. You just lay your things there, sell your things, then in the evening you go. Tomorrow, if you are late, you find somebody there, you move elsewhere. So that is how Toi Market started in around 1980. From 1980, if we can say it started in 1980, come all the way, those are 20 years. Now you add 24. It is 44 years old. The market has been 44 years old. And as I told you about that conman who had approached me, some people came and discovered that the field is not registered, and they somehow registered it in their names. I have been part and parcel of people who have been recovering grabbed land. That's why we have Riruta Mixed Secondary School. Is it Riruta Mixed High School? Yeah, those 2 acres were grabbed by a born-again bishop. So I don't know how the county government can repossess that grabbed land and whatever, because you use the stick and carrot. You use stick and carrot. Because you find some people have genuine allotment letters from either Gashanja, who was the Commissioner of Land, or Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. During the pre-2010 constitution, it stated that 2 people can allocate any land to anybody. Take your ancestral land. A signature from one of those 2 people, you have lost that land. And one of those 2 people could decide whether you are to be compensated or not. And if you are to be compensated, how much you'll be compensated. These 2 people are the head of state, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, and the Commissioner of Land, Wilson Gashanja. So if you go to these people, maybe they have letters, and you see if they have letters written by those 2, those are genuine letters, because at the time, I don't know, but I'm just doing that. But then these people, these traders have been there for now approaching 45 years. Approaching 45 years, they have been doing their business there. Now, fires have been happening, and fires are not just happening there, fires are also happening in Gikomba. Now, I don't know how to put it. If I can investigate those things from here without it, and the government has all the intelligence, the government has all the, why don't they just take action? And the action is simply to settle these things once and for all. Both Gikomba and Toi Market, these people have stayed there for long. And you see, they even have an association. But you see, for a market to have been that way for 45 years, it means one thing. Those are squatters. Squatting is 7 years. So 7 times 7 is 49. That is squatters squared, yes. Squatted squares. So the only thing that can happen in such a way is for the government to call these people, take their number, compensate them under the squatters law. But you see, like now, 4 people have died. Just like that. And I can tell you that these fires, the ones in Gikomba, the ones in Toi Market, and other such places, are caused by people. Look at it this way. Look at Kawangware, 1999. There were so many electric fires in Kawangware in 1999, isn't it? Because people used to stay in mabati houses. You want to build a storied house, they take you to court. Then you call an electrician does something, so that the investigators, when they come, they conclude that the fire was caused by an electric shock. These people jointly jointly, combined, whatever. I think it is over 1 billion shillings that are going. Forget about 1 billion shillings. You see, to a person like me and them, if you are to give me 500,000 right now, I'll kichwa inaweza ruka, because these people buy from abroad mitumba clothes. Now, for a person who's staying in Kibra, we have to sympathize with these people, because these things, they sleep in the open. You see, the stalls are just open, and those people, if they were every evening to collect their things and take home and whatever, it would be all. So they take 2 or 3 Masais to guard the place, and the things just stay that way. Expensive things, because they cannot afford daily taking the things to their houses and back and whatever. The things are just that way. And a matchstick in one place, the whole place is burned. The other thing is, I did camp. Camp is Kenya Advanced Mathematics Project in Form 5 and 6. Kenya Advanced Mathematics Project. Nimepiga hii hesabu nimeshindwa. Can someone tell me a very simple thing? It has happened in very many places that whenever there is a fire, fire engines come, reach the scene. That is when they discover they have no water. As a recruit in Kiganjo, I was in Squad 1 of 82. Squad 1 used to be firefighters. We were taught that there was various types of fires. There was the fire caused by petrol or acid. There is fire that was caused on. There are 3 types of fire. There was a dry wood. There was whatever. There is certain fire, like the one for petrol something. You have to come with soapy water, something like that. I can't remember. That was 1982. It's a long time ago. But the only excuse I can give firefighters when they reach there is, you see, you can't fight electric fire with water. You have to come with, I think, sand or something. Anyway, nimezeeka. But what I'm trying to say is that there are 3 types of fires, and the firemen are taught how to fight each fire. Now, maybe the only excuse I can give them is if they come and find that this is not the type of fire they were expecting. Maybe they were expecting clothes to have, and then they discover it is an electric fire. They cannot use water, because in an electric fire, if you have a jet of water pouring at the electric wire, that water becomes electric and you'll be electrocuted. So if they come with a certain type of fire extinguishing things and discover that, and they discover that it is not the one in use, that is better. But in many cases, they arrive at the fire state, at the scene, and discover, they reach at the scene and discover that they have no water. It's not the case of maybe they thought that it was an ordinary fire and maybe they have come with water. No, no, no. You move all the way from Riruta up to Adams Arcade, and you don't know that you're driving a vehicle without water. That is one of the reasons why Sakaja was stoned. The other reason was, these people wanted this problem to be solved once and for all. The fires are just too many and too regular. And all indications are that these people who want that land find that the best way to evict these people is to be burning their things. Now they are burning their things, burning their livelihoods. Now they have even started burning their lives. That is murder. So Sakaja, instead of coming to console them, he should use his opposition in the county government and in the national government to try and find a lasting solution. Do we give these people their land and these squatters be compensated under squatters law? Or do we build a modern market? The last time there was a fire there, Sakaja went there and said he's going to build a modern market. What did he do? He went and sent somebody to give each of the traders 2 iron sheets. That's why he was stoned. You see, one of the reasons I'll never become a politician is once you become a politician, even if you are very reasonable, you lose the moment your name appears on a ballot paper, your reasoning capacity ends on that time. So Sakaja was stoned because of one, he promised to build a modern market. Modern market may be something like Kenyatta Market. He was never seen. He promised those who were banned the other time to be compensated. They were never compensated. And he's not solving that problems once and for all. And then it comes at a round of Gen Z. Although I don't support the Gen Z way of handling, because it seems we are going to a situation where mob justice is going to rule over Kenya, and that is not right. Lastly, I talked about Toi Primary. I wanted to talk about the person who went there, a prominent person. Many people believe that Alfred Mutua went to Riruta Satellite Primary School. No, I've met Alfred. No, I've never met Alfred to this minute, even of this talking. But I've met his father, Mzee Mutua. Mzee Mutua walks around. You walk around Mlango Soko, walk around the BP area there, Duraro Primary. You'll see him walking. And if you want to, I mean, unless somebody tells you, that is when you see the face. But Alfred's sister called Anne Mutua, she's the one who used to go to school to Riruta Satellite Primary. And I want people to understand that watu wametoka mbali. Alfred would wake up in the morning, escort his younger sister Anne to Riruta Satellite Primary School, and then from there he would walk. He would walk all the way to Adams Arcade to Toi Primary School. So Toi Primary School has produced a lot of people, including the PhD holder of Alfred Mutua. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Toi Market for you.